Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another anime review. And today we're doing the anime review on Panty and Stocking. Let's get started with Garterbelt. The Anarchy Sisters, Panty and Stocking, have been kicked out of heaven for, to put it mildly, misbehaving. Led by a priest named Garterbelt, these angels must buy their way back by exterminating ghosts in Daten City, but this task requires unconventional weapons for their unorthodox angels. They transform their lingerie into weapons to dispatch the spirit. Unfortunately, neither of them take their duties seriously, as they rather spend their time in pursuit of their other hobbies. Panty, you see the blonde one right here, and wearing this lovely red dress, prefers to sleep with anyone that walks, while Stocking, as you hear the gothic Lolita, favors stuffing her face with sweets and nothing goes. Following these two unruly angels as they battle ghosts and overflow of bodily fluid in their own tendency to get sidetracked in Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt. It recently was a TV series. There was a Panty and Stockings in Sanitarium box. That was the other adaptation of it. It only had 13 episodes. It began airing in around October 2nd, 2010 and ended December 25th, 2010. It is genre is action, comedy, parody, supernatural, and edgy for a lot of main reasons. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode. It is rated R for violence and profanity, because this is not a kid show, or not a kid show. Because look at this, like, even though it screams anime, this is not for children. This is mainly for like young adults. And yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, as I should say. So, I guess also with this, with Panty, I'm not gonna mince words here. Think of this show as a orgasm of action. This series is so good, I'll probably kill you by the time you're done with it. Crude humor, but you think about it, it's like plenty of part the illusion take an illusion of otaku have surrounded themselves at least 10 years of eyelid through wontons with infinite soul of sex and Western style. This show is like, well, all the shows you see either on Adult Sims or Robot Chicken, and frankly, the show keeps getting better and better. I just wish they would have continued the series, because if you watch the series, you know what I'm talking about. It was really licensed with animations, and they haven't picked up the series since it stopped airing like 10 years ago. So it's really sad. Behind the whole sophisticated comedy, it's probably one of the most feminist roles and show I've ever seen. Apart from the fancy sex mirror average mundane, the entire series, the main female characters do what they want, when they want, how they want it, while the male lead is usually flaky and captured a lot. The movie boils down to it's okay to be, well, a bitch. Live free, and if you screw up, you have men to clean up after you. As you can see, the show's dry message has all the modesty of its main duo, and it's fantastic. The entire episode is like a US cartoon, but an overarching point that's actually 26 episodes, but they're all like 12 minutes long each. Each episode is 2 episodes, that's right, that shows 2x2 multiplier multiplier, and then those graphics. The show's style, as you can clearly tell, has pretty much tried before the Eastern world, like Dead Leaves, you haven't seen that one, take appointments away from this time, Vampire, Corn, MMO. I'm sure you've been around the corner and just watch it. Dub only. It's probably the best thing you'll see all month. Meets Powerpuff Girl. The art animation quality are incredible, as they are unique, using a potent blend of pat down hand, imagine scribbles, CGI, and actual real life explosions at the end of each battle. The combat on screen sound effects from Dead Leaves also returns here in full force. They make the whole thing such a cool and unique experience. Another minority thing I like, the girls change clothes every episode. It's subtle, but well compared to most cartoons should employ. Oh yeah, it's also should be noted that this isn't a ecchi comedy, though those aren't funny as the impossible as entertainment. If you came here looking for one of those and are now reading or listening to this review at physics, especially on top of your face, it should be noted that I personally and seriously hate that sometimes people prefer ecchi because that's just standards to them and not the other way around. Yes, there are some more than enough sex jokes that I have ever seen, like 12-minute cartoon segment, but the girls are not unfathomable. That's the point. If you want something along the line of unfathomable anime girls, why does this just escape the button of your face? This isn't the show for you. In fact, motion animation in general isn't for you. As I've said in the previous talk before, the show was designed by the aesthetic of the atheists of every edgy movie series that has been anime in the last decade. The punchline is that they're often seen your panties that can become similar to standard over proportioned anime women to cock-teased otakus, and these are just here who actually going on. I don't get it, and why is the whole show like this? Okay, you have about like 8 main characters in this show, but I'm not gonna give the majority of it. But you know, I want to show you one scene. Well, here we go. Here is their one scene that I liked the most. It was their angel scene. If I can find a better picture of that, I will. That's kind of a, well, not really. Well, this is kind of a better picture of it, but not really of their angel form. Let me find a better one. Here we go. This is kind of like their angel scene in this year, which I really like. But let's get on to the main character of the protagonist. Well, as you see, Panty, she loves, well, as you can tell, her weapon is her own panties, is sex. Violence, her panties turn to a gun named Back Lace. In episode 1, she bangs 4 or 5 guys. And, well, that's just Panty for you. And Stocking, over here, she's taking off one of her stockings, just one, not both. She loves sweets and gothic frill, not to mention she looks down at her sister's bad habits, serves you right, basically, and basically mocks her every time she gets. Also, her stockings turn to a katana, and she has a very huge bondish fetish. Then you have Garterbelt, a large, angry black Afro preach who tries his hard to make the typical angels do their job. Dude is awesome and very intense. And I won't mention the other characters because I don't want to give too much away. Besides the whole series, it creates a beautiful parallel between lust and gluttony have heavenly doodled along with the terabytes of more fans art. With these two dramatic, there are 2 other characters that kind of are the opposite of Panty and Stockings, which you will see in the series. They kind of like the counterparts of them. And they had, I mentioned it, comical or relief to the series, but all along the way, just team of villains trying to beat the heroes in some aspects. But, you know, that's all I'm going to say on that aspect. But overall, it's a good series. I just wish they didn't end it the way it is, and that is Garterbelt, the priest. So he's a lovely character. And then there's that soundtrack. Upon the beginning of the show, I got like 5 seconds in and I hit stop and I hit play. Yeah, my friends, the theme song is in fact the electro rock of Panty and Stockings. That little duo. The soundtrack's got like Gurren Lagann, extremely varies. The ending song alone makes the whole thing worth getting. The ending song, you're missing a few good tracks, so can be released here and later. It still just sums it up just to go along with this series as a whole in general. Truly a work of art. The only setback is that it was dubbed and then it was on Crunchyroll for a little bit, then they took it down, and then the dub was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was okay. And then the sub is, I think you're better off watching this in dubs. The show quality will burst into dimensions that human minds can't even acknowledge. But the dub is great. The dub is more funnier than sub, I feel like, when I'm watching this series, because I feel like I wanted more from this series, but I wasn't going to get a second season, sadly. But if you know what ending I'm talking about in this series, comment down below if you know what the ending I'm talking about related to Panty and Stocking series. And did you hope that overall that you wish this series had a second episode? Because I certainly did wish that this lovely series had a second season, but I know I'm not getting it. I probably won't get it for a while. That's fair. I'll take that as I can get. But comment down below which favorite character you love from Panty and Stockings. Give the video a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another anime review. And before we go, if they do a reboot of Panty and Stockings, right now I would give it a 7.7 out of 10. I really would appreciate it if the selling point if they do bring it back, flesh out the characters more, explore various philosophical issues, or deliver a good message. But it's anime, so sometimes 9 times they don't deliver good messages. But until then, see you next time. Bye.